Hi, my name is Jacob Castro, and for many years I have wanted to own an Asian arowana. The only problem is, I live in the United States. Many people across the United States do not know, but it is actually illegal to possess an Asian arowana. In countries like Thailand, China, Japan, even Canada, it is legal to own and to breed Asian arowana. But the Department of Justice, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has put the Asian arowana on the endangered list. Why? Because they say too many have been captured from the wild. Now, from what I've seen, and from the facts that I've heard from people, and from what I've talked to people about, and what I've heard from them, basically, what I'm trying to say, is that it's big money over there in the other countries. They're breeding this fish to make money, and they obviously have plenty of fish to do it. So why the fish should be put on the endangered species list in the United States just really blows my mind. Here's what I actually want to say to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And just to let you know, by subscribing and viewing these videos and adding this channel as a friend to your account, you will be supporting this cause to legalize Asian arowanas in the United States. Here's what we want to send. We, the undersigned, petition the Department of Justice, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service for importation of microchip captive-bred Asian arowana from CITES registered farms. Arowanas have been captive bred successfully now for more than 15 years. CITES has recognized and allowed the legal trade of Asian arowana since 1990. Several countries have allowed the legal trade of microchip Asian arowana for many years now. Captive breeding the Asian arowana has taken the pressure off of wild-caught arowanas and is satisfying the legal trade of arowana to the hobbyists worldwide. We are asking the Department of Justice, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to work with the hobbyists to ask the U.S. Congress to amend our existing endangered species status of the Asian arowana and allow the importation of microchip captive-bred Asian arowana. We do recognize the need to keep the current ban on wild-caught Asian arowana. We do understand there is a difference between wild-caught and captive-bred Asian arowana. We respect the current ban on the wild Asian arowana and support it. Sincerely, the undersigned. That is what we need to send to the Department of Justice, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. If you, the American that I'm talking to today, want Asian arowana to be legalized in the United States so you can have this beautiful fish in your aquarium, like I have wanted to have since I even knew the Asian arowana existed, which I pretty much knew they existed when I was about 9 or 10, and I'm 18 years old. It's been a long time, and it's time they be legalized. Captive breeding in foreign countries have made the Asian arowana more accessible to hobbyists over there in their country, where they're native to. But what they don't realize is the more that they sell this fish, and the more that they give this fish to people and hobbyists, the more the fish will be bred, and the more fish that we will have. If they're so worried about the fish being endangered, that is what they need to do. This is the steps we need to take to increase the population of arowanas. Not only captive, but wild-caught. I don't support wild-caught Asian arowanas, and I don't think it's right to take something out of its natural environment. I do, however, think it is right to take a certain amount and use that for captive breeding, which that is what they've done, and that is what they've used. There is no more wild-caught Asian arowana anymore in existence. Anywhere. It is illegal worldwide to catch Asian arowana in the wild. It is illegal to do that everywhere. Captive breeding, however, has now made the fish accessible to many people. But what I don't understand is why it's not accepted and why it's not legal in the United States. That's where it should be legal, and this is what needs to change. So please, subscribe to this channel and send your name, address, and phone number to legalizeasianarowana@yahoo.com. By doing this, you'll be put on a list, and at the end of the year, I will be calling every single person that puts their name and address and phone number on this list, and we will be marching down to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service here in California to protest against this. Because for 15 years now, the Asian arowana has been captive bred. So that's a pretty long time. And could you just imagine how many have been sold and how many have been bred and produced in that time? Just to let you know, thousands beyond thousands have been bred and sold. Not to mention sold. Literally. Some Asian arowana can sell for up to $10,000. So, by saying that this fish is so endangered and they're worried about the numbers that are in the wild, well, it seems to me that all they care about is the money. It doesn't seem to me like they care about how many are actually enjoying their life in the wild. I don't see that connection there. All I see is the money making. So, if they're allowed to do that in Thailand and Malaysia and places like that, we should be allowed to do that in the United States. Because if you think about it, it's a fish. And just like we have silver arowanas in our tanks now, we have Jardini arowanas, Australian arowanas in our tanks. You know, the Asian arowana, that's its brother. It's the same thing. For 15 years, it's been captive bred. It's time we have it in the United States. Please subscribe to this channel and please send your name, address, and phone number to legalizeasianarowana@yahoo.com. This is Jacob Castro, and I support the legalization of Asian arowana in the United States, and I hope you will too.